Let's make some money, everybody. That's what this show's all about. This is the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. And on today's show, well, the same two guys, Art DiCesare and Joe Raineri, there they are. You can watch Joe with his facial expressions. It's entertainment. We got a hell of a show. Thursday night football right in front of us. We're going to do a deep dive. The three of us are going to give you our thoughts on the side, on the total, on a prop bet, and we're going to give you a single game parlay. All tonight, Dallas, Philadelphia. We've also got a college football parlay of the day. Joe's going to give you two college football bets. I'm going to give you two college football bets. The MLB rundown. Right, Joe? The MLB rundown. That's a very famous segment. Yes. 2 days old and already a lot of fame.
Yep.
And that's about it. Art, did you hit the like button?
Yes.
I always hit the like button, Prez. You know that.
Why does the subscribe button go over my face all the time? I got to have a word with the producers here. This is absurd.
Yeah. This show produced by Joe Raineri, everybody. I'm Lawrence Presman. Let's get to it.
All right.
Art DiCesare. So every day we do an update from the Westgate Sportsbook. If you guys aren't familiar, this is a sportsbook that sets the market to a degree. There are a few of you guys, but this is a market-leading sportsbook. This is not DraftKings or FanDuel. This is the goods. You want to know where the smartest bettors in the world are putting their money? This man in the glasses will tell you. Art, let's focus on college football right off the bat. 2 tomorrow, a whole slate on Sunday. Where's all the money right now? What's going on in the college football marketplace?
Absolutely, Prez. 3 games I want to hit on. A game that's got a lot of interest in town, UCLA at UNLV. That right now is UCLA minus 2.5, seeing really good two-way action on the game. Total's now ticked up to 55.5. Public's going to come in and bet that over. They feel good about the UNLV offense. They don't feel that good about their defense. That number will probably get up to 56, maybe even 56.5. Baylor at SMU. We saw good Baylor money at +3. SMU is now minus 2.5. And under money as well, Prez. It was 65.5, now 64. Maybe it's bottomed out, and people are going to come back and bet the over because it's two offenses that can get up and down the field. We'll wait and see on that. And then Oklahoma State at Oregon. We took Oregon money at 28. We're now 29. We also saw under money at 58.5. We now sit 57.
That is just gross. I mean, it's I'm not even sure Oklahoma State gets 29.5 yards in that game, if we're being 100% honest here. That is going to be absolutely disgusting, and that is my alma mater there. Are you seeing anything? I had a conversation with a friend of mine, big Michigan guy, wants to know, are we moving one way or the other in the last 24, 48 hours? Is Michigan money, do you expect Michigan money to come in late here?
Well, since yesterday, we haven't moved off that 5. And as we said, 5 was sitting as kind of that dead number, whereas the early money was 3 on Oklahoma. It got to as high as 6 on Michigan. So now you're sitting at that dead number of 5. I think eventually the public will see Michigan with points and on a juicy money line, and they will take Michigan. So I think that will happen on Saturday with the public.
Art DiCesare joining us, everyone, from the Westgate. If you guys are ever at the Westgate, Art's there. Come stop by, say hello. Art, NFL, we'll leave Thursday night for alone right now because we're going to do a deep dive into Thursday night. Last we spoke, you gave us a ton of info where the bets were coming in yesterday. What's going on now?
Couple of games that we have not touched on. Bucks at Falcons, early divisional matchup in that week 1. It's been Buck money all summer. You know, like I said yesterday, these lines have been out for a while. That game opened pick. We got to as high as 2.5 on Tampa. We're now 2. We opened 49 as well. Took under money, now 47. Dolphins Colts, that's the lowest bet game on the slate. It's a game that no one really seems to want to touch. The Colts were as high as -2 at one point. Game is pick'em, so we've obviously taken a little bit more Miami money than anything, but we've kind of moved with the market to pick on that. And this is a very fascinating game. Texans at Rams. Obviously, there was a lot of Stafford questions all throughout the summer. And when basically people felt good about him, that moved the Rams from 2.5 to 3. Under got bet, though, in the game, 45.5 to 43.5. But the Ram money has come in. We'll need Houston in the game.
All right. Art, I got to ask you about my Jets because this is why we can't have good things. We can't have nice things at all. They lose their best offensive lineman yesterday. I don't know if he was wiping his ass or how you pull a tricep muscle. I don't even know how you do that. But now all of a sudden, the offensive line is in question of the Jets. Are you seeing any movement towards Pittsburgh since that came out?
I mean, Joe, we're pretty steady at Pittsburgh -2.5, -116, because we deal the -108 sides on the NFL. So that's why we're sitting there with that juice on Pittsburgh. There are obviously threes out there, but 3 plus 20 on the dog. So I could see us getting there and probably getting back there because we were at 3 all summer and took jet money at 3. Pittsburgh is a very heavily bet public team, so they'll bet them on Sunday. So would not shock me if we got back to 3.
Guys, real quick, public service announcement, if you will, and Art, correct me if I'm wrong here. I feel like we don't need to overthink this. Take the biggest total over every Sunday, the lowest total under. We got the Pittsburgh game, 38.5. Take it under. Don't overthink it. Buffalo, Baltimore, highest total. Take it over. And you could do this every single week, and you should make money by the end of the year. Art, would you agree with that conceptually?
I don't think that's a wrong way to look at it. Sometimes when you bet these unders and it's the lowest under, you're like, wow, that was 17-10. They can't make it low enough. And when these games fly by the highest one, you go, wow, they made it too low. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I actually feel better about the lowest total on the board taking the under because you almost can't go like there's almost numbers that we can't even get to unless there's a lot of weather, I mean, if we have to deal with weather, we can get into the real low 30s. But when you're sitting here with games that are 36, 37, 38, 38.5 on the Jet game, it's probably too high, and the offenses aren't good, and you probably have a 17-10 game.
There we go. Art DiCesare joining us, everyone. Lots of shows still to go. Hit that like button. And also, if you guys do want to play Joe or I, we both sell plays for a living. We got an incredible deal, $77 for 7-day all access. You get both Joe's baseball, the college football, and NFL. Same with mine. Try us out. I have a huge NFL card up for Sunday. I'll have at least 5 client plays plus thoughts, bets, leans on every single game. So check that offer out over at WagerTalk.com. $77 for 7 days. Art, real quick, baseball, where's the money going? And then we're going to break down the Thursday night football game.
Really not a lot happening, this morning. There's really not many games, so really not much to report as far as any side or total that we need. It's a pretty slow day. Everyone's really focused on the NFL.
There we go. Guys, let's go. Thursday night football breakdown. Dallas, man, they're 8s now. As we've spoken about already, they're on the road. They're playing Philadelphia. And I'm going to start this off. What we're going to do in this segment is we're going to talk about the side, then the total, then a player prop, and then we're going to give you a single game parlay. Guys, I like Dallas tonight, plus the points. And it's a couple of reasons why. Firstly, I think there is going to be a slight Philadelphia hangover, but not only that, Philadelphia did not cover this number till week 7 last year. Every single game Philadelphia was in for the first 6 weeks of the season last year were tight games. They lost a couple, including one to Atlanta. They were not ready to create space last year when the season begun. And I don't think they're going to create space tonight as well. I mentioned already, if maybe on this show or the NFL presidential address, that I like Kenny Clark better for Dallas against Philly being a run stopper than Micah. I think Kenny is better suited for this game than Micah is. And I think hope springs eternal, which means Dallas is entering this game not down because they lost 3 in a row or Dak got injured. They're entering this game thinking, hey, it's 0-0. We win this game. We're at the top of the division. Let's go, boys. Division rivalry game. Hope springs eternal. I want the points here. Joe, I'll go to you first. What do you like? I like Dallas.
Well, I got to ask Art a quick question here because, Art, I the overreaction and the steam to as high as 8.5 last night was borderline hilarious because the total didn't move. So if the total is stuck at 47.5 and you're telling me Philadelphia is going to blow the doors off them and win by, what, double digits? Why wasn't the total moving in correlation with that move, Art? I was confused.
It's a great way to look at it, Joe, because obviously a lot of things end up with the correlation. I know for us, we had talked about this, I think, a couple of shows ago. The number moved because of the perception of losing Micah Parsons, but who knows if Micah Parsons was going to even be ready to go week one, or how much they were going to give, how much they were going to get out of him week one. Obviously for us, when a number sits at 8, we're going to be really fighting Philadelphia teaser money, Philadelphia money line money. We want what you have, Prez. We would love Dallas to cover the game. If they won the game outright, it would be enormous.
Nobody wants what the Prez has. Stop it.
Hey,
Nice.
everybody wants what the Prez has.
They make a cream for that, Prez. Go ahead.
Okay, listen, Joe Raineri, with your freaking deep voice, are you going to give us an opinion here?
Oh, it's something? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you like Dallas or Philadelphia? What is it?
Yes, I like the first half under, Prez. That's what I am going to look at here. I think, we don't really have an idea as far as what we're going to get from both of these teams. I do know that Dallas is healthier now than they have been in any start of the season in a while. I know people keep referring back to the Eagles team blew them out twice last year. Dak didn't play in those games last year. And Dak also happens to be one of the best ATS quarterbacks against the NFC East that there is. Second most profitable against his own division here. But I think this is going to be a little bit of a feeling out situation. There's supposed to be a little bit of rain. There's going to be celebration. This would not shock me if the scoring doesn't happen until the second half. I think 24 and a half is the number you can get in the first half. I say less scoring early, more scoring late in this one, Prez.
Joe, so obviously you didn't pay attention to the format, which is totally fine. You have a mirror on your left that you keep looking at yourself in, so we respect that. You're handsome as shit, Joe. You do not need to constantly look at yourself in the mirror. Anyway.
That you think I'm looking at myself is hilarious here. I'm actually looking at the producer that's looking at you, watching you screw this entire thing up, but that's okay. Go ahead, Prez. I'm here with you. Yes, go ahead.
Boom, bitches. Okay, so Joe likes the under, Art, in the first half, and I like the over in the game. I'm curious what's going on at the sports book, and I'll tell you why real quick. Dallas weak spot, they cannot stop the run. They had one of the worst run defenses in football last year. They did very little to fix it. Now, I know Kenny Clark is an addition, and he is a run-stopping defenseman, but this Philadelphia team is putting up points, and Dallas is stacked on offense. I think they're going to be able to keep up. So I'll just merge everything from my perspective. I really like the over in this game, and my prop bet is Saquon 2 or more touchdowns at plus 225 for the same reason. And I also don't think we're going to see a tush push tonight. I think Philly is going to make some kind of statement where, hey, I know we won and it's still legal, but we don't even need it to win. So I'm taking Saquon, 2+ touchdowns plus 225. I like the over in this game, and I like Dallas. Art?
Yeah, the total, sitting at 47.5, really have not budged off where we, kind of got to that number and haven't moved. You would think the public will come in and bet the over. They usually do. Standalone games, opening night. They're not going to want to root for, 21-20. They're going to want to root for a lot of points. I look at Lamb anytime touchdown plus 1 at 45. I like that.
Yeah. Joe, what you got a prop bet for us?
Yeah, I would look at, I think, and this was another thing last year, too, with Dallas. Jake Ferguson got hurt in that first game of the season. He missed a lot of those games last year. And then when he came back, of course, he was, always has been one of Dak's favorite targets. Why? Well, they just gave him an extension and a whole lot of money to be a favorite target there. I saw his prop, 32.5 receiving yards. Would not surprise me if Jake feasts a little bit in the middle of that, right behind the linebackers of the Eagles here tonight, and gets over the 32.5 yards.
Art, we've spoken about what the book needs. What do you like in this game?
I mean, for me, I don't particularly like anything, but if I had to take something, I'm with you, Prez. I like the over.
There we go. Art DiCesare joining us, guys. Let's get straight into. Well, actually, I want to read something first, and then we're going to get into our parlay of the day. One of our listeners, David Staney, writes yesterday, comments, one segment that I believe the viewers would appreciate and find interesting would be explaining the process of finding bets each day. For example, when looking at NFL matchups, what attracts you to one bet over another, or what is your process of eliminating certain games and sides? And then it continues. Firstly, Joe, outstanding work as a producer. You didn't even know I was going to go there, and bam, there's the freaking graphic. Secondly, David, this is an incredible question and one that I want to delve into. We're not going to do it today, but if you stay with us sometime next week, Joe and I are going to roll up our sleeves and attack that question because it is excellent. Okay, boys, college football parlay of the day. Guys, if you've never watched the best betting show ever, it started on Tuesday. We do the show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday every single day. It's myself, Joe Raineri, and Art DiCesare. It's about 30 minutes long. It's packed with information, and every day we give out our parlay of the day. On Thursdays, it's college football only. I'm taking SMU over the total as my first leg. That is a best bet that I will give out with analysis later on in the show. But SMU over the total for me, Joe Raineri. What is your second leg of this parlay?
Yeah, it's not going to, and Art would alluded to it. He has seen nothing but Oregon money coming in, and that is for good reason. The starting quarterback for Oklahoma State this year, the kid that transferred in, is already hurt. He's done for the year. Now we're already the backup to the backups for good old Coach Gundy and company. I'm going to take it in the first half, though. I think Oregon absolutely destroys them early in this game here. So I would lay it early on, which, Art, I believe is probably around 14 and a half, maybe 15 points there in the first half, and I don't think it's going to be close. I think they're going to be up 3 touchdowns or more before it's all said and done by the time they get to the third quarter.
Art DiCesare?
I'm going with Shorthorn favorite. Washington State money line minus 120 against SDSU, San Diego State.
Guys, just to let you know, we did a deep dive on another show a couple of years ago. Any college football game that is -2, take it on the money line. It is a better bet. It is about just under 3% better over the long run. I think like 2.6% better. That will help you make money. And when I say 2.6% better, that includes the money line factored into that math equation. So any bet -2 or less in college football, and it works the same in NBA and NFL, take the money line. Art, thanks for doing this, brother. Really love having you on. I know you got a big day at the Sportsbook. Enjoy Thursday night football, and we will see you tomorrow at Art Dice, everyone. Check him out on Twitter. Joe, so lucky to have Art with us, man. Let's get into our college football section. This is our PTI section of the show, guys. Cue the clock. My first college football bet, Baylor and SMU over the total. All right, guys, let's talk about the Baylor Bears. This team has apparently decided that tackling is optional. Yes, did you see their game against Auburn? They missed 23 tackles. There's more tackles in flag football. They are currently a bottom 10 run defense in the entire country. I don't think that's going to change. So what happens when this pathetic tackling display of a team runs into an SMU offense? A million freaking points. And we know Baylor can keep up. The Baylor defense can't tackle. SMU offense, they're built to break tackles. Both offenses play at lightning speed. The scoreboard operator is going to need a calculator for this game. The total 65. up, 66 up, 67 up. They can't make this high enough. Take this game, Baylor and SMU, over the total of 66. As for your second one, take Vanderbilt plus 1.5 versus Virginia. Vanderbilt's quarterback Diego Pavia says this team will win a national championship. Okay, yeah, the Prez is going to have a menage a trois with Thea Lupa and Charlize Theron later today. Yes, things happen. And yes, I picked an older woman with skills and a younger woman because she's younger. I picked the blonde. I picked the brunette. I get it. I'm all covered. Either way, none of that is happening. With that said, I don't care about the national championship game. I care about this game, and I love Vandy in the spot. Bottom line here is this ain't about bragging. This Vandy team is a good team. They beat Alabama last season. The same team took Texas to the absolute wire. This team's not scared of anybody, and they're certainly not scared of a road trip to Virginia Tech. Bottom line here, take Vandy plus 1.5. I went over. Didn't even know. Sorry.
Do you need more time? Do you need more time? I'm good. You were passionate about it, so I let you get away with it. But
well, I started thinking about menage, you know.
I'm going to have to let the producer know we're going to need some sort of mute and buzzer button coming to contain.
Let Joe Raineri, the producer, know.
Correct. I will let him know. Yes, he's right on top of it when it's not look to let it delve into the mirror. All right, good. Thank you, Prez. Why don't you keep it down? Let me go here now. 2 minutes under the clock, and I am going to look at one of my favorite games each and every year, and that is going to be the Cy-Hawk as Iowa State and Iowa getting ready to go at it. Now, Prez talked about this game earlier in the week. He said he did like Iowa in it, but the one thing that I like more than anything else in this game, Prez, is the under. The one thing that we know about Iowa and Iowa State is that in this series, this game usually always makes it under the total. Why? Shouldn't be a shock with Iowa. They're always very light on offense. And Kurt Ferentz and that defense and special teams, they always show up here. Now, Iowa State's had a couple of nice wins. They've put some points on the board. But we all know in a rivalry game that is likely not going to happen. You are not lighting up this defense of Iowa, and Iowa will do what they always do. They'll run the ball. They'll beat you with special teams. They'll win 17-14, which is exactly what I think is going to happen. Under 41.5 in that one for me. And then, of course, Prez, when they got to be a little pissed off in Austin, don't you think, here? The way that Texas threw up all over themselves there in that game against Ohio State. Well, now they get back home, and they're a little cranky, and they get to beat up on San Jose State, who somehow lost that game last week to Central Michigan at home, which is embarrassing. Texas is laying 35.5 points. I don't care if they're laying 335 points. I can assure you there will be no taking the foot off the gas in this game for Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian, and the rest of Texas. Expect a monster blowout, and I have no problem, absolutely none whatsoever, backing Texas at home in an absolute destroying way here over San Jose State.
Joe, you ask about Texas. Bottom line, I think they're more frustrated and scared. Arch it was his technique. His footwork was horrible. His body positioning was awful. Everything about that game suggests, oh, God. But, hey, we've seen this before. And I think his uncle started his career like 1 in a million. So,
but San Jose State's defense is not Ohio State's defense.
Joe, MLB rundown. Cue the clock.
Gonna make me do this here as we've got what, Prez? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, and I count 6 Major League Baseball games on the card. Let's dive in. It's gonna start this afternoon with the Phillies and the Brewers. Shocked they didn't get another day off in between games since they did that already this week. But the Brewers showing why they are the best team in Major League Baseball last night. And what did they get to do? They sent Freddie Peralta to the mound to take on Ranger Suarez. And Peralta's only gone, 5 starts in August and hasn't given up a damn run, people. That is a 0.0000 ERA if you have a problem with math. Peralta and the Brewers look to continue their dominance, and I think they do today over the Phillies. Meanwhile, Paul Skeens Day, that's right, PNC Park. And how in the hell are the Dodgers a favorite over anybody right now? They can't even score any runs against a bullpen game last night. Now they're expected to score against Paul Skeens. The good news is Blake Snell's on the mound. Pirates ain't scoring either. This is a dead under for me in that one. Guardians and Rays. Rays are your hottest team in the American League, bar none. The Guardians throw out batting practice pitcher Logan Allen. Expect the Rays to win again. Twins and White Sox, do yourself a favor. Taj Bradley on the mound. Bet the White Sox team total over. And the Royals sending rookie phenom Noah Cameron to the mound. He's gotten lit up like a Christmas tree lately, but it's Kyle Hendricks, the ultimate Christmas tree. I do think the Royals bounce back here. Yankees and Carlos Rodon against Christian Javier. Yankees in the first five. It's the only way I bet them. I do not trust that bullpen. Why? Well, ask Devin Williams, who promptly came in and walked the bases loaded and then a run in, and then, of course, it went downhill from there. But I think Rodon and the Yankees in the first five, Prez, might be your best look.
There we go. Joe Raineri's 2-minute MLB rundown. Before we get into the remainder of the show, again, hit that like button. Thank you, guys. Take advantage of our $77 offer for 7 days. It's an all-access pass, both to Joe and myself. As well, we've now added a new segment called Mailbag. We're going to end every show with it. If you guys have questions, statements, whatever, you put it up in the comment section. I read them. I respond. We'll read a few out every day. We'll try to answer a couple. And lastly, I told you guys two things. One, I told you guys to bet Sabalenka yesterday to win the French Open. I told her the only person that could get in her way is Iga. Iga out. Last night she lost. Our bet just doubled its value. So there you go. What, Joe, did she not lose?
I'm just saying, how's Pagula? Because you crapped all over her yesterday.
Pagula Kashmula.
But she's going in
Pagula.
Just saying.
Okay. You know what, Joe? You take Pagula.
I will. Thank you.
Well, should we bet an eyebrow?
I don't mind an eyebrow. I don't mind an eyebrow. I can go for an eyebrow. I will bet that body part.
Based on your coloring, we're not betting an eyebrow because you will look exactly the same without an eyebrow, and I will not.
Correct.
Anyway, Tedeschi Trucks, I saw them last night.
Fantastic.
Wow. I lost volume. I got so excited. That band is in frickin' sane. Joe, mailbag time. Let's get to it.
Come on.
We're going to do this on the clock or not. You decide.
Oh, yes. You ready? Set, go.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for commenting on our show here. A couple of comments. Great show. Love the topics. Mix it up a bit. Thank you, Odo City. Love you. Brain writes, great video, guys. Radajam Art, appreciate the knowledge. Let me tell you, Joe and I, appreciate that knowledge too. Adding art is a great move. Keep it up, guys. I agree. Great video, great information. Then we have a person down here that writes something about Joe Raineri. How many times do you guys, how many, the noise in the background, how many times do we have to hear you guys blow in the background? Guys, every time Joe sees himself on screen, there's a moment
Yes.
So forgive Joe, okay? And then this other guy, Tim writes, the Prez is annoying. Imagine having to live in his frickin' head, Tim. You could at least frickin' delete the guy and get rid of him. I can't. Joe Raineri. Yeah. What a show, bro. Love doing this. Anything you want to add?
No, Tim, I could have told you that. I could have saved you the effort there of actually typing it in. Well aware of the annoying level here of the Prez. But we certainly appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget the $77 for 7 days, the all-access pass. Don't buy single plays. Guys, go to the page and buy the 7 days. You'll get Major League Baseball, all college, all NFL. I am loaded in college football. I, too, have a best bet tonight on Thursday Night Football in the NFL. Go pick them up, $77 right now over on our pages at WagerTalk.com. Don't buy the single plays. Buy the package and get everything for a week. It's time to build a bankroll, Prez. That's what we're looking to do here.
There you go, Joe. Next week, I'm going to get a combo package for the two of us. Awesome show, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. We're back tomorrow. Friday's show, a deep, deep, deep dive into the NFL. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.